Let's talk about what we should be telling our children to be really good at. What subjects, what skills. Well, let me tell you my story first. When I was growing up in a small town in, Bihar, India, my dad would really emphasize on two important subjects that I had to be good at to survive, right? And those were first mathematics and second English. Now, the rationale and the reason behind these is, mathematics, of course, for competitive advantage. It was a need for, being competitive because all the entrance examinations, whether it is about getting into a better school, better college, getting a job, all of those. And today also, a lot of competitions are designed on the computational abilities or aptitude tests. So it was deeply ingrained, right, that you have to be good at mathematics if you have to be somewhere in life. Now, the rationale behind English was that it was the only most spoken common language. So if you had to step out of your house, go to a bigger city, a metropolitan city, get into a college, go outside of the country, all of that for your better future, you had to be learning a language that is widely spoken, most spoken in the world. And that is why it was important that you learn English. It was also a social pressure that if you're speaking English, you are better off because you're kind of ready to step out, right? Now, let me tell you how the things have changed. The importance of these two subjects hasn't gone down, right? I mean, you still need mathematics, not just because it is sort of a test paper in competitive exams or a lot of jobs need that aptitude, but also as a life skill, mathematics is important. Your computational skills are important. And English, of course, is still a language that you need to, work the way, the organizations are designed, the way the things work in a general life. But what has changed today is that the part of the computational skills has been, largely, it started getting transferred to machines, right? So a lot of automation has happened, the way things work. And there is a conversation around, and hence there is a conversation around the balance between man versus machine and how the jobs are getting replaced by machine and all of that. Now, having said so, that is not really a threat for, where careers are going and things like that, but it is more of that the pattern and the way the things work is going to change, right? So now you don't need like people who would really be, have to be individually really great and be a, hardcore computational sort of a resource. But what is more is that people who can derive meaning out of those computations, there is automation, there is technology that helps you with those computational abilities. So that's not a challenge anymore. And that's why, in the equation of everything that you need to be successful, the importance of maths or computational abilities from that perspective is, of course, the balance has changed a bit. The second bit about English is that, English is not and no more the most spoken language in the world. It's Mandarin. Now, I would not believe if somebody tells me that a lot of people in the small towns of India are today telling their children to learn Mandarin. And looking at the economic situations, it could be anything. It could be any language. It could be, any common language that can emerge tomorrow. So that is again becoming a little bit agnostic, right? In terms of which language. Is it going to be English, something else? So having said so, then what are the additional things and what are the things that you need to learn or you need to be good at, your children need to be good at to survive, excel in the world, in this changing world, the change that is driven by, the world that is driven by data, that is driven by digital, that is driven by technology, and that is driven by a constant change in the nature of jobs, career, the definition itself. For example, what I'm doing today, I had no idea 5 years back, this is possibly going to be a kind of role. There are roles and jobs and careers emerging for which there are no formal education designed today. Not everything is going to be medical and engineering and very traditional jobs per se. So the unpredictability in terms of what you really need to do and what you will be doing, and for that, what you need to learn is tremendous. That uncertainty ensures that you learn something which is sort of applicable to all of these changes. It's something that is lifelong, something that is transferable. I would say more than soft skills, but something which can really be cutting across irrespective of the kind of job that you do and kind of job that you need to excel into. So let me tell you a couple of things that we should be, sort of training and telling our children to be good at. The first one is absolutely ability to ask questions. Now, it might sound a bit of a cliche conversation, but to ensure you, we are not trained to do this. Actually, all the things that we have designed in terms of education, in terms of training, inhibits our natural ability to ask questions. Where we will design, the classrooms are designed to give the best possible answer. If you don't give the best possible answer, you are somebody who's not doing well. So, ability to ask questions. And why is it important? For the reason that the amount of, or the quantum of change that is happening in the way things work. So if you're not somebody who can ask questions, you will definitely be left behind, because there will be so many unknowns for you that you are not even ready to discover, right? Whether it is talking about acquiring new skills, whether it is talking about how to do the jobs, whether it is, upskilling yourself while at job or while in education and all of that. So asking questions is important. The second most important skill is problem solving. Now that is not going to go anywhere. And we talk about problem solving, the way we look at it today is not just about computational abilities, as I said earlier. Now this is going to be more and more about empathizing with the root of the problem, discovery of the problem, ability to, sort of look into new kind of problems and then solve them. So the problem solving, the nature of problem solving is changed, right? It has been changing for a while. And what is important here is that one, the skills that somebody can learn to solve problem from first principles, which is, looking from bottom up in terms of all the possibilities and hypotheses around a problem, and how children learn that to solve problems in that innate way. Now, that's one. So asking questions, ability to solve problems. And the third thing, which is extremely important going forward, is to learn how to fail fast and learn fast. Yeah, this is really important. This translates into experimentation mindset. We have never encouraged our children to fail, right? It is a shame if we fail. The fear of failure is really, really high. And if you tie this as an analogy to, say, for example, product management discipline, the concepts of things like, agile and most minimum viable product and all of that is based on this premise, because you have to quickly come with workable model of everything. It is not really just about product development, but this is really also about the way people learn things, the way people learn a new technology, the way people deliver any small stuff in their day-to-day jobs. So how do you come up with the first iteration and the first draft, if I can say so, and then ability to keep on iterating upon those in terms of learning more, making it better, and that constant endeavor, right? So the faster you fail, the faster you learn, implement, execute, and move on, and then sort of refine your model or a solution is really important. So make sure that, the children, we have to make sure that the children are not afraid of failing, right? There is a difference between being successful, and adopting failure as a mechanism to reach wherever you want to be. So that's really, really important. So I'll repeat myself. I think these three skills, right? Ability to ask questions, find and solve the problems, right? In the right way, in the right spirit. And then, acceptance or ability to fail fast and learn faster is something which is going to keep you relevant all the time, no matter what is the extent and quantum of change in technology, the way people work, the economic situations, everything. You will always have an added advantage, because these are all sort of organic development, right? These are the skills that humans naturally have. It's just that we lose this because of all the practices that we have been calling best practices, but some of those are worst practices to inhibit our natural tendencies and capabilities, and it's more so specific to the children. So I hope that helps, and I think I am practicing this myself, and all of us should. It is not just about children, but for us also to be relevant in our jobs, career, the way we are managing relationships, the way we are living in this constantly changing and always connected world. It is important to learn these skills. Thank you.